Hey everybody, I got a little special edition for you here today. There was a big sale on veal at the Shoprite, and so I'm going to make a nice spitzad, a nice veal stew. And I thought I'd let you in on a little bit while I cook a little bit. It's not going to be a big Julia Child or Lydia's Kitchen where I got stuff waiting that I made earlier I can show you. I'll take you through a little bit of the process in the beginning anyway. Okay? I have no formal culinary training. All right, so don't make fun of me in the things I do. I do have my little mopine here, my little towel when I cook. So let me start. We'll show you. Also, pardon the camera work. You know, I'm dealing with a computer. I don't have a little camera here. So pardon as I go around here. Here's the ingredients here. Got a little bit of veal. Got my peppers, my onions, mushrooms, all chopped up real nice. I got my secret ingredient here. I use a beef stock. Not everybody does that, but I like to use nice beef stock. Makes it a little nice velvety, a little savory. So I'm just going to put this here, kind of in the middle. And we get a little bit of meat too. I'll try to get the frying pan a little bit. That's okay, right? Hey. So, a little bit of a spitzado, right? Spitzad. Later on, we'll put these on sandwiches. Sometimes I put it over rice. A little nice bit of the rice. You put this on top. That's nice too. Spitzad. So we start out with a little extra virgin olive oil, and I'm using 2 frying pans here. Then they get combined, but I start with my meats in one. And I have my vegetables in another. Kind of steps makes the process move nice and quick. So we get a little extra virgin olive oil in here. All right, we put this over here. Put the fire up. I bought a house that had gas stove. My first house when I got married had an electric stove. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't, you can't regulate the flame. It was hard for me to cook with electric stove. Some people are probably very good at it. For me, I got to have fire. I got to be able to look at the fire. So I open up with some garlic in the oil. Also, and my wife makes fun of me, I don't have any measurements to share with you. I can't say a teaspoon of this, a tablespoon of that. That's not how I cook. You know what I mean? I go with a pinch, a punch. I don't have any formal culinary training. So, when I cook, I don't really cook the official way, and I can't tell you what I'm using as far as measurements. But I think after a while, everybody agrees, you kind of get a feel for this. So I let the garlic kind of brown for just a minute in the pans. I use an already pre-chopped garlic, and some of you are going to make fun of me with that. You expect me to sit there with a razor blade, like Paulie in the movies, sit and slice like Goodfellas. I don't have the time to mess with that, and I find the garlic in a jar is fine for our uses. So in the frying pan is where I'm going to put the veal, right? I got a nice I bought 2 packages because they were on sale. So, put the veal in, slide the veal. These are chunked, these are cubed veal. Can you hear sizzle? Give this a stir, get everything covered up real nice. Got the veal and the garlic kind of mixed together a little bit, kind of gel. Alright, and I'll come back and hit this with a little salt and pepper in a couple of minutes. But I like to let it go with just the garlic and the meat for a little while. Okay, so I put a lid back on this. I kind of let that roll for a little bit. Back here now, I got the veggies. They're cooking real good. So I put onions in my spitzad. I suppose some people might argue. Some people might not. I like onions. My kids, my wife, they like onions. I do onions in the spitzad, okay? Chopped. Bell peppers, red, green. You can use, they got yellow and orange, right? That makes it pretty. You can go that way. I just got red and green here. All right. Mix this up real nice. And then the last ingredient, nice mushrooms. I live very close to Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, the mushroom capital of the world. So I got nice mushrooms when I cook with mushrooms. So we'll put the mushrooms in. And again, I give this a good stir. And, let this cook up for a little bit. Put the fire back up now that we got some stuff in there. And in the beginning, you got to be careful because the garlic will turn on you. The garlic will burn on you. You know what I mean? So we let that stir a little bit. All right. And like I was telling you earlier, my secret ingredient that I'll put in a few minutes is broth. Right? In this case, beef broth. There are some people that use a chicken broth. I looked on the internet. Chicken with a little bit lighter flavor. I like to use a beef broth. Veal is the cow, right? So it makes sense. And then again, some of you might think of me out of bounds, but I use a tomato paste in a can. My mother used to buy Contadina. I remember the label. I got the Hunts. It was on sale, right? You're just putting this in for a little flavor, make it nice and red. And I'll combine these ingredients together in the big pot where the vegetables are. And then I'll put the veal in. And then they'll all kind of simmer about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. You know what I'm saying? And that's the veal spitzad. Not a crazy menu, not a crazy recipe, right? So let me come back over, pick this up. Let me see. I'll come over here where I normally do these things, and do a nice talk for a second before we say goodbye while the food is cooking over there. Thanks again. A lot of comments on my Maloik page last night that I did. Keep them coming, right? YouTube, Donato Rufo, DONATO RUFO. If you search me on YouTube, you'll find me. I got all the videos sitting there too. A couple pronunciation requests over the course of the day. Caramel or caramel? That's a good one. I say caramel. A lot of people, they get angry. It's caramel. Caramel and caramel. Same thing, no? So that's kind of a funny one. Also, this has come up. What do you drink? What comes out of the sink? What do you drink? It's water. If you live around here where I am in Delaware, we say water. WOODER. Water. The fancy people, they say water. We say water around here. And it comes out of the zinc. ZINK. Water from the zinc. Right? So some people sent me that, and I thought I'd play with that for a couple minutes. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you all have a good night. And I'll put a picture later on of how this turns out. When I plate it, we'll let you take a look. Okay? So I thought we'd have a little fun today. This was not expected. This was not on my list of things to do. But I started getting the pots and pans out. I said, hey, maybe people think this is fun, right? So spitzad, veal stew, spitzado. It's all good. All right? So once again, everybody, take it easy out there. Have a good night, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye, everybody. And now we go off.